Oh my god, Lauren.
Much pain! So much pain! Dinkelberg.
Gentlemen, the Chicago Bears season unfortunately comes to an end. Let's just dive into it. Trade Talk Sports back here with another video. Listen, before I get into it, man, listen, I know the season's over. I know that a lot of us had expectations for us to go to the Super Bowl. I will say this, I'll be honest, I really felt that this team was not ready for the Super Bowl, to be frankly honest. As much I would have loved this team to go to the Super Bowl, I just really felt like this year, and I honestly knew that this year was never about winning the Super Bowl. I think, no, this season was really about establishing the culture, getting into the playoffs. Whatever happens, happens from then. I know a lot of us wanted to go to the Super Bowl with how the season played out, and I really feel like, man, I think next year is our Super Bowl year. I feel like, year 2 with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson's system, hopefully we can address, pass rushers and things like that for the defense, which we're going to get into because, hey, this is offseason now, so we're going to get to, but definitely want to start off going to this game real quick. And Bears lose to the Rams 2017. I thought Caleb Williams played terrible, to be frankly honest. I guess terrible. I thought Caleb Williams didn't play his best, to be frankly honest, but it was that play to Cole Kmet was probably one of the best plays I've probably seen in a long ever as a Bears quarterback. I mean, the plays that Caleb Williams makes, he shows you why we have our franchise quarterback, why the Bears picked him with the #1 first overall pick in the draft, and you really see the talent in this man's arm. You really see the athleticism in Caleb Williams. He's not like a Fields who's absolutely got, obviously dual threat, but Caleb, when he rolls out the pocket, he makes some of these throws that makes you are like, he makes some of these throws that a lot of quarterbacks in the league cannot do, and it's incredible, man. And that just all the way back to his right, from Cole to Kmet, he went all the way like to the right. Literally was downfield, do it, and obviously was caught touchdown, from Cole Kmet. But man, plays like this is what makes a quarterback's elite and what makes quarterbacks a top 5 QB in the league. Plays like that. I mean, if you're not convinced that this man's a top 10 QB in the league, I don't know what to tell you. That throw to Cole Kmet is literally a top 5 play in the league. It has to be. It has to be. Listen, if I'm not, it has to be, man. If you go, how the NFL has their best plays, that has to be in the top 5, bro. That has to be in the top 5 plays I've seen from Caleb, this all season. And listen, obviously, we've seen a lot of good plays from Caleb, but I thought besides that, I think there was a couple plays that came bad. But those 3 interceptions were bad. One, I'm gonna get to DJ Moore, which we're gonna have a DJ Moore video and discussion about DJ Moore and his future of the Bears. But there was a throw where Caleb Williams, was intercepted, but it was a miscommunication from DJ Moore as well. And I really wonder, is that the last time we see DJ Moore in a Bears jersey? Now, you can talk about restructuring his contract. You can talk about things like, the Bears can find a way, like I said, restructure his contract, or they can just keep him not restructured, or they can trade him. It's really an interesting conversation that we're going to have this offseason, and like I said, I'm going to have that as well. It's really an interesting conversation we're going to have. And something that I also want to really dive into, I thought Rome Odunze, to me, honestly, that drop, that piss missile, and I get it, man, but sometimes as a sometimes as a receiver, you have to catch the football. That was probably one of the best throws I see from Caleb. Listen, Yes, it's cold. Yes, it's snowy. I get that. His hands are probably numb, you know what I mean? But as a receiver, your job is still to catch the football. And look, I get it. It's cold. I get it. It's probably wet too because, you know, the snowy conditions make it obviously wet. But as a top 10 receiver, not top 10 receiver, as a top 10 pick, your job is to catch that football. If you have that type of throw, look at a lot of these good receivers in the league. Justin Jefferson. And I'm saying it. Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown. A lot of these top receivers in the league, I bet you guarantee you probably makes that catch. Right? I think a lot of receivers in the league makes that catch. Robert Duzet has obviously a top 10. He has the potential to be a top 10 receiver. I think honestly, the way he played at the beginning of the season, I think to me he was playing like a top 10 receiver. Now obviously he got hurt and things like that, but I really think, man, if we're talking Roma Dunze, I really think, you know, he needs to be better at catching some of these balls. And a lot of the times, to be freaking honest, which I guess it could be Caleb too, but you know, if we're talking about Caleb's completed percentage, you know, it wasn't as high because, you know, honestly, a lot of receivers this year were dropping passes. And, you know, hopefully this offseason they can get that figured out and they can get that fixed because they have to get that somehow figured out because next season, I'm going to be honest, it's a Super Bowl type of year. Now, I thought Costello did a pretty good job as always. Now, he had drops as well, which doesn't help our quarterback because when he's trying to throw these type of balls, these fast balls, you have to catch them, and they're not catching it for some reason. But I really thought, though, Costello did a nice job as well. Cole Kmet, I think, did a good job, man. I think, to me, honestly, I thought Ben Johnson had an okay game. I think he had a better game, but, you know, I did like the fact, and listen, a lot of people are going to argue, you know, shit, he had went for it. I potentially think he should have, and he did go for it. And sometimes you can just fall up short, and that's okay. Now, definitely want to see this defense. This defense, I feel like personally, was probably the reason why he was in this game, honestly. And the defense did really, really well. Jaquan Brisker was all over the place, which honestly gets into my point. Do you bring him back? I know he's a free agent after this year, so do you possibly, you know, bring back, you know, Jaquan Brisker? I mean, you also have Kevin Byard as well, who is a free agent, and I wonder, are you going to bring back, you know, because honestly, you're going to have to keep one. You can't just keep both, personally. Maybe they can't find a way to keep both. I'll love it, but I don't think they can really keep both. I love Brisker, but if you're asking me right now, if I'm Ryan Poles, who would I probably keep? I probably obviously say Kevin Byard because obviously he brings that veteran leadership to this team, and I think he's done a really good job so far in his career. And I really think, you know, he honestly, to me, kind of bounced back his career in Chicago. Now, last year, obviously, I ain't going to get to last year because last year was a fluke with, you know, the whole other coaching staff. But to really see him bounce back this year, I think really gives me credit. And they gotta give him credit, man, for really bouncing back and playing like a leader this year. I'm proud of him, and I hope he can be better now. And I hope as well, man, that as well he can continue to be that for this team, that being that leader that we need. You know. Now, honestly, I think I'll kind of symbol out of the game. Now, Matthew Stafford, I am going to get the stats a little bit. Kale, you know, had 257 yards. Two TDs, had 3 interceptions. Matthew Stafford had 258 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, obviously, Puka Nacua, I didn't really think Puka Nacua really did much yesterday. He only had 5 receptions, 57 yards, but obviously, Nacua is Nacua, right? Devontae Adams was actually kind of quiet yesterday, and I honestly expected Devontae Adams to be more active, and I didn't really see him a lot yesterday. Now, he had a couple, I think he had a touchdown, I believe, but Devontae Adams was really quiet. Devontae Adams didn't really do anything, and honestly, I have to say this, yesterday was winnable. I think it sucks as a Bears fan, but honestly, as us, we was in this game, and we almost should have won this game. The reason why you lost this game was honestly simple. Crucial errors and too many mistakes. You had too many mistakes in this game. You would have won this game if honestly Rome catches that football, which that hurt it. Something else they have to bring up, which honestly aggravates me. I don't know what it is, but in these short yardage, and I get it. I think we ran the ball a little bit too much yesterday. Cause there were times, man, where honestly, Caleb can ran it with his legs, or you can give it a pass, and honestly, there's like a time when it's 3rd down and 1 or 4th and 1, we ran it, gets nothing. That's something that we're going to have to be better in the offseason. And that's something that we're going to have to fix in this offseason. That's just something we're going to have to fix. Now, I also want to get back to defense real quick and go down and say, I thought Kyler Gordon played amazing yesterday. I really thought Kyler Gordon was great. I mean, listen, I'm glad he's not a free agent. Listen, we're keeping Kyler Gordon, obviously. When this man is healthy, honestly, when Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon are both healthy, they are probably one of the best players on that field. They are probably the best players on that field. When both are them healthy, they are for sure one of the best defensive players on that field. So I really feel like, we're gonna probably. I think Brisker walks. I think they let Brisker walk, and I will say this: if you can bring Jaquan Brisker back on like a minimal deal, then I'm all in for it, because this man, how the way he played yesterday, and honestly, these playoff games that we have been in this season, Jaquan Brisker has been lights out. I mean, this is probably the best football he's ever played in his whole career. I'm going to just keep it honest. This is probably the best football Jaquan Brisker has played his whole career. I thought Brisker was all over the place. I mean, now we could talk about the pass rusher, which we're about to talk about in a little bit. But I thought that, Jaquan Brisker played good football. And here we go, man. Which brings up to the offseason. So honestly, now the season's over, right? I will have videos. I'm still gonna have video. Just because the season's over doesn't mean I'm gonna not drop videos. I'm always gonna drop videos, honestly. So now with that being said, the Chicago Bears, what do we do? Now, honestly, really, I'm gonna have a video on DJ Moore. I'm gonna have a video on my off-season plans, and if I'm the GM, what I do. But I would say one thing we should do is honestly address the pass rusher. Now, as much as our defense played pretty good, we still need a pass rusher, and honestly, probably a defensive tackle. Montez Sweat is a good number 2 pass rusher, but you don't have that one that he needs. He needs somebody else. Like, if you want to trade for Max Crosby, yes, you can. If you want to get a guy like Trey Henderson, you kind of can. I mean, there is options that, this offseason that the Bears can explore and try to deal to help this football team. Because, I mean, honestly, now, the cons for Max Crosby is he's going to ask for a lot of money, and you might have to give up you're going to have to give up a first-round pick. Probably 2 next. Honestly, I'm guessing 2 first-round picks. This one this year, and next one, and this one this year, and 1 next year. So you're going to have to, honestly, we're probably going to be giving like 2 first-round picks. Now, I know a lot of people say they want Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is going to cost too much. Now, honestly, if you can get Myles Garrett, I'm obviously in. Who would not want Myles Garrett? But if you can get Myles Garrett somehow, I'm in. But that man's probably going to cost 3 first-round picks. And I don't think the Browns are going to trade him. If I'm the Browns, I would not let. I don't think I will let any team try to trade for Myles Garrett. If so, I would ask for 3 first-round picks, probably a top star player. So, that's what I would do. I would also probably draft, a guy like Caden McDonald, a guy like Caleb Banks. I mean, there is guys who I think the Chicago Bears team can draft, only for edge too. A guy like Cash Howell, TJ Parker. I would like to get Ruben Bain, but I think personally, Ruben Bain's not going to be on the board probably when we draft. So, a guy like Cash Howell, TJ Parker, maybe a Kendrick Falk if he's still there. There's a lot of guys who I think the Bears can definitely try to draft this season. But I'm not going to make the video too long, man. Listen, I know the season's over. Listen, as much as a lot of us wanted to go to the Super Bowl, I think, honestly, next year, I feel like is that window. Listen, we have already opened to the win now Super Bowl window, okay? Now, I know a lot of us wanted to win the Super Bowl. But listen, I always started this year was just honestly, let's get to the playoffs and just show that we can complete with a tough team like the Rams. And I honestly, like I said, we was able to compete with team like the Rams. Now, if you would have told me this season the Chicago Bears would win 12 games this year, 11 games this year, beat the Packers twice, and not only that, to get to the divisional round of the playoffs and then lose by a field goal. I mean, excuse my French, sign me the heck up. Sign me up. So, listen, don't be sad because the season's over, man. I'm still dropping videos, don't worry. But, listen, I'll have a video, and I'm going to have a DJ Moore video, which, honestly, real quick before I end this video. Well, I don't know. It's a really tough decision on what you do with DJ Moore. Do you keep Moore? Can you restructure his contract? You know, maybe you keep him from here. Do you trade him to like a team like the Raiders? You can get a guy like Max Crosby. There's going to definitely be a discussion this offseason, and it's really a tough conversation. Like I said, I love DJ Moore. Listen, would I trade him? I probably wouldn't, but I mean, there's pros and cons to even trade him, and there's pros to keep him. So we're gonna see what happens, man. But I love you guys, man. Thank you for a good season, and I really appreciate you guys, man. Listen, it's been a fun season this year. We have exceeded a lot of people's expectations, and listen, you can't be but more proud of this football team. You just can't be more proud of this football team, and we have honestly surprised a lot of people. But this video is already long. I don't want to get into it, but I love you guys, man. Press the bell notification every time you drop a video as well. As always, bear down, guys. Love you guys.